This is my name is Jason Roberts, and this is NorCal Baskets, and I'm going to demonstrate on how I make a basket. All right, so if you want to come over here. First off, we got the bottom maker. We make our bottom. Put the first splint in. Take these and run these splints this way. Try to make them as even as possible. And then usually I have a little weight to put on it. Hold it. Let's use this. And I have all my parts here. Take this. Put it down. Line everything up. First, bottom, make sure everything's all lined up, make sure everything's straight on there, and then we'll apply our weight to hold it all. Alright, from here, you want to put your other splints in. Line it straight up, and then you want to take a filler, it's right here. You want to measure from here to here, get your measurement. And the next one you want to flip up and up. Kind of get it in there tight. Then you take your next weaving reed and put it in as well. Try to make everything the same length. And you take the next color, and I don't know where it went. Like this. A little measurement here. Kind of eye it. Slide it up under. And you get the next one. Slide it up under. And you measure for your next one. As you're going through, you want to try to make everything even, keep everything where it's supposed to be. Slide it up underneath. And from the looks of it, it looks like we need to move it back. Take your fingers and kind of move it. When the material's wet, it's kind of hard to move, but And then that makes room for your last one on here. All right, from here, you want to take, this is when you want to get out your tacks, because you're going to put in tacks and you're going to make the bottom. This is my horse that I made. When we start weaving the basket, I'll show you what it's for. Alright, so once you line that up, you want to make sure everything is still lined up and good. This is your bottom. Oh, I don't have a thing in there anymore. Alright, so then you just tack it in and that holds everything together. Put it on the next run, maybe. Tack it in. Tack it in. And that's the last one for this side. Alright, then you grab your next one. Same thing, line it up. Tack it in. Make sure it held, make sure it clenches. And the next one. Make sure it goes down in. And the last one. Alright, so hopefully we have a bottom. Remove this, which just basically held it down. Alright, so as you can see, they've all clenched and held, so this is held together good. And this is your bottom of your basket. Alright, so once you get to this point, then you have to come up here and grab a form, which this is a little form that I made for my basket. And this, like I said, is my horse, so I'll show you what this is all about. Alright, so once you get this, put your form on here. Oop. Let's go back a little bit more. And a little bit more. Okay. So yeah, so I've been making baskets. I worked at a company about 30 years ago. I'm living in Northern California right now, and I decided to see if I could make my own. So that form fits on there like that. Then you take the bottom, move this, put the bottom on here on your form. Then I took this little piece, which, please excuse the mess. It is Northern California. It is dusty here. And you line that up. Watch that. You line it up, and then you just take this. And this will tighten the form onto this course, and then you can spin the basket as you're weaving. Just takes a minute. It's very basic, rudimentary thing that I made. The company that I used to work for years ago had a really nice one. But this is what I got. So you tighten it down. And now that that's tight on there, everything's kind of lined up. You can see how the basket, and that looks like it might not fit all the way. It'll be close once it all starts to lay down. You just kind of go through and make sure all your forks are gonna, I made it a little bit. That's all right. I was kind of worried about that. All right. So once you get to here, you want to come over and you always want to wet your material. Cut off a piece. So you want to put your inner band on first. And that just involves running it around on the top here. And then once you get to this point, you kind of want to tighten it up a little bit. Put this up a little bit to give me a little bit more room in there. Slide it in. And then you want to cut it off right about here. Give it a little trim so that makes it easier for the top band to fit. Okay, so once you get to this point, you're ready to start weaving. Grab my material, which is just basically, I think it's 3/16 weaving, I'm not sure the size. So basically once you get to here, it's just over. Now your first few rows are going to be kind of sketch. And what I normally do is I grab this little pink clip and hold it right here. Alright, so then you just kind of want to hold it down, weave in your material. And your first rows will be pretty loose. Once you get to this point, you can take this out because it's done its job. And with this bottom row, I like to take it pretty far over. So once you get it here, you always want to take it on an under splint. So that way it's hidden. So then you just start your next one. You're not supposed to start it here. The way I was always taught, you start it on the opposite side. But and that holds it really good. So this one you start right here. And kind of hold it so it gets in there good. Always kind of pushing things down, holding stuff in. And sometimes it'll pop out, which it might pop out, but that's all right. First two rows are usually pretty loose and chaotic. But once you start to get in to your third or fourth row, it starts to get a little bit better. Alright. Alright, that should hold. You're always wanting to straighten up your splints as you're going through, keeping them straight. In your next row, keeping everything down and tight. And just
You're getting a call.
That's just declining. Who is it?
Said from Chico.
Oh. Did it pause the video?
Yeah, it stopped recording. Or maybe it didn't.
I don't know. Alright. So once you get to this point, just keep filling it up. And this one might not reach, which it doesn't. Okay. So I have to start a new piece.
I'm gonna pause this one and start a new one.